How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I ended up going to the store to get a phone mount because I wanted to mount it to my car and thought that would be a pretty fun video for everybody, but bought the wrong mount, so gonna have to take that one back. It's been a long time since I last filmed a video, so I'm glad you guys are back. I'm glad I'm back. I really want to start building a personal brand and social media presence around the industry I'm in, and that is commercial insurance. For those of you who've watched before, I was in real estate, did that for about 3 years after high school, and it was a fun career. I loved it. There was just a lot of things about it that didn't completely line up with my ultimate dream and goals that I have for myself. So I ended up getting into life insurance shortly after, did that for a little bit, did pretty well at it, but it was still lacking some things that I really wanted. One thing to make note of is my family have owned and operated marinas here in the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver area for generations now. My grandpa started it back in the 50s, and prior to that, his dad started an outboard shop. The marine industry has just been in my bloodline for a long time. I grew up around it, right? So I saw back, I think this was probably right after COVID had happened, their commercial insurance guy out of Seattle passed away. And after he passed away, there's just nobody here that specialized in that industry. And the industry I'm talking about is not just marinas. It's the marine industry. It's anything that's marine risk related. So that could be yacht clubs, marinas, marine artisans, which is just a fancy word for marine contractors, yacht brokers, shipbuilders. That's what I wanted to jump into. Again, I'd grown up in it. I've been around it my whole life. I've got a passion for it. I've always wanted to somehow be a part of the family business. I just didn't know what the timeline of that would be because, like a lot of family businesses, they're complicated. This is kind of the best case scenario. This is a way for me to be involved with the family business without being in the family business. So it's kind of a win-win. So far, okay, let me back up. I got into the industry earlier this year, March of 2023, and started out with a big firm out of Portland. They were excited when they brought me on, and I was extremely excited too, but I think that they were just a lot busier than they kind of expected they'd be, and I wasn't getting the training that I needed and that I wanted. So ultimately, I ended up joining a smaller agency out here in Vancouver, Washington. Name of it is Davidson and Associates Insurance. There's 2 owners. We are an agency of about a little under 30, which is perfect. What's great is I'm actually one of maybe 3 insurance producers, and that's including one of the owners. You got 2 owners. One of them heads the commercial department, the other heads the personal lines department. I'm obviously in the commercial side. So my boss, AKA one of the owners, I get one-on-one time training with him almost every day. Him and I are consistently in the office every day, and this has by far been a dream come true. And I don't see me doing anything else. I think this is my lifelong career. There's so many opportunities involved with it. There's so much potential that I can take it. And aside from just the marine, I mean, that's how I got my foot in the door, was being able to specialize and kind of point out that there's nobody here that does it. But aside from that, you know, I'm learning all about business insurance, professional liability being one. So I'm just excited. Another passion of mine that I really want to kind of get into and specialize in is real estate. Real estate developers, investors. You know, I was in real estate, and I really do love the investing side of it. And, you know, for example, a couple weeks ago, or I guess last week, my boss and we went on a meeting with a company out here in Vancouver, and they are huge real estate people. So that was exciting for me to be on that call and be in that meeting. And there's just so much opportunity and potential within this that I'm excited. I'm really excited, and I want to take this channel and I want to grow it around commercial insurance. I want to document my journey throughout this endeavor, and I want to someday look back and go, holy shit, you know, I came that far, that's awesome. Or, you know, wow, you could have done a lot more. But I'm hopefully leaning towards the first option there. I see so many people, they're leveraging social media, they're killing it on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, and I want to start doing it. When I was in real estate, the one thing I really wanted to do was I really wanted to build a brand around real estate. Only problem being, and this is just an excuse because it's always doable, but I just felt the industry was so saturated that it was really hard to really differentiate yourself from everybody else, right? I wanted to get into an industry that I felt like I could really leave a mark and that I felt wasn't tapped into all that much, and that is this industry. So I really hope you guys enjoy the videos that I have planned here, and I'm glad that I'm back on here. I think this is my millionth take trying to put out this video. It's just hard getting back into it. You know, when you haven't done it for a while, you kind of lose word tracks, and you know, it seems awkward, and there's just a lot of little excuses. But anywho, glad to be back with y'all, and looking forward to the future. Happy almost New Year.